I think just to set high level agenda for this meeting, people might be coming with different expectations. We just want कि by the end of this 30-45 minutes जो भी है, everyone should be aligned कि this is something you can expect. आपका next 1 year what we have planned and 1 month in detail what we are planning to do. So end goal वही है ये session का. And then last 15-20 minutes अगर कुछ questions हो या again कुछ भी चाहिए तो we can extend that. But yeah, this is the sole thing. But yeah, before starting, I would say कि when we watch the videos, like 100 plus videos में से, we could not reject more than 30-40 videos. So that was really good thing for us कि मतलब okay, people serious है, then that also motivated us कि थोड़ा हम ज़्यादा mentors को लाते हैं, थोड़ा ज़्यादा curriculum, I would say hands on करते हैं because people will do things that we know now. So that was our motivation कि ज़्यादा hands on करते हैं and less theory करते हैं. So that is why we changed thoda program ka structure in bit. But sole expectation would be ki it would be complete hands-on on high level. And jo bhi karna, it would be with the help of peers, mentors, everything, but you would be working on the real problem statement. But before going into detail, I just wanted to, I would say few things which you might not expect यहाँ पे. तो मतलब फर्स्ट इसके मतलब लोगों को अगर लग रहा होगा कि आपको प्लेसमेंट मिलेगा बाय द एंड ऑफ 1 year, दिस इज नॉट अ प्लेसमेंट कोर्स जहाँ पे हम पढ़ाएंगे कुछ. सो दिस इज नॉट अ थियरी प्रोग्राम. वी माइट नॉट गारंटी यू प्लेसमेंट्स. अगेन वी माइट नॉट से कि आपको सर्टिफिकेट भी नहीं मिलने वाला है. आई थिंक हमने सर्टिफिकेट का भी कुछ सोचा नहीं. नो सर्टिफिकेट, नथिंग. इट्स मेजरली लाइक कि यू गेट टू बी इन अ रूम जहाँ पे आप अच्छे कॉन्वर्सेशंस कर सकते हो बिकॉज द क्वालिटी इज गुड. यू नो पीपल आर विलिंग टू इंटरेक्ट and that is what we are expecting. So I hope everything is clear ki this is not a certification placement and course. What this program is not that we wanted to clear pehle hi. Before even going into हम लोग क्या plan कर रहे हैं. And that also came from our experience because when we looked back at our journey, because all of us are from in a way tier 3 college in BTech. So we felt कि three things were lacking जो हमें I think सब में होनी चाहिए. First is that people do not get access to real problem statements of real companies. People don't get access to good people or people who have growth mindset and telling about startups. अगर हुए तो भी 2-3 लोग होते हैं, but there is no cohort of people where people can ideate. And third is कि real mentors नहीं होते who can give you feedback and direction. So you can expect these three things की cohort तो I think intro में आपने देख लिया होगा. People from various backgrounds are there. People from electrical background, engineers, designers, people from biotech background, everyone is there. So this variety say you can get new perspective. We are bringing real company ke problem statements for all the case studies. And at the same time, mentors ka access hai so that you get right feedback. So this is something you can expect to achieve the outcome which we want to deliver. So coming to outcome, I think, Pravins.
Yeah, you can complete that. After that, I'll add.
No, I think major thing is expectation. I was going to
So
outcome.
the main outcome which you can expect, like if you compare yourself of Jan to December, right? Main changes you would see in yourself is your shift in mindset. That you will be able to achieve. You will really have a product mindset by the end of this year. That for that we're gonna work really hard, and that mindset will help you in achieving whatever goal you want to have, like either cracking in any kind of role, product management, EIR, founder office, or you want to have your own startup. All of those things you will be able to do by learning the things, by changing the mindset, and in that we will help you by creating the environment.
Yeah. So only we are enabling the environment. Everything is then up to you. Like we have mentors, we have real problem statement and very good peers. So it's up to you how you utilize this environment and जो भी outcome आपको लाना you can take out of it. So that is the plan because we are also craving for this community, but हमें भी कभी मिला नहीं है. So we aspire to be that kind of a community जहाँ पे people are really looking forward to intellectual conversations than just surface level conversation. So that is what you can expect over 1 year. कि how to maybe intellectual conversation so that आप product अच्छे से build कर पाओ. You have that mindset of building. So
Right.
that is more about expectation settings in terms of what outcomes you can say. Like it is kind of a mindset shift outcomes में. कुछ and one more thing I think before I continue. कभी भी किसी को कुछ questions है anything is there you can just cut me off and ask questions because बाद में flow में नहीं होगा तो maybe context सबको भी नहीं मिलेगा. Because now mostly I would be mainly giving you context of 1 year का plan. Praveen, do you want to go ahead with 1 year का plan?
Yeah, I can go through.
तो आई मीन जैसा आपने बोला कि अभी हमारी इसमें कोई थ्योरी नहीं है, आई गेट इट, मतलब प्रैक्टिकल इज समथिंग व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, बट समवन हु हैज नो प्रोडक्ट लाइक बैकग्राउंड इन प्रोडक्ट, तो उसके लिए स्टार्ट ऑफ कैसे होगा वो, कि जैसे मतलब सपोज किसी को पीआरडी नहीं पता या बहुत बेसिक चीजें नहीं पता है, तो उसके लिए वो चीज कैसे होगी कि उसको एक्चुअली एक स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म हो दिमाग में, कुछ थ्योरेटिकल जाए कि वो उसको प्रैक्टिकली करना सीखे कुछ.
So I would take this question up. So basically, the main thing which we want to inculcate is exploration mindset. So what we are planning to do is, if Saturday ko session hai, we will give you pre-reads. So it is your responsibility कि आप सब पढ़ के आओगे. And most of the cases that would be heavy because that is where learning will come, and we expect community to play a role there, where you also ideate or maybe critique on few ideas which people are saying. And that is why we say कि community is the heart of it, not the mentors. Because it's say you will learn and learning will happen with the help of community. Then Saturday या Sunday को जो भी session होगा, it would be more of an application session where जो आपने theory पढ़ा है वो how mentors have applied in real life with the help of real problem statements. So you understand कि okay ये theory को ऐसे apply कर सकते हैं. And that will be followed by one simple assignment so that you can try on your own as well. कि how can you tweak the frameworks, for example. So that is a high level thing which we are planning. So वो month वाले plan जब हम बताएंगे that उसमें I will cover. But I think you can get idea from overall thing जो Praveen पहले बताएगा. I think Raghav has a question.
Actually, I don't have a question. I just wanted to raise a concern कि अभी actually Atharva, I am at my office. क्या production में मेरा project जाना है, and I really wanted to attend the session also. अगर मैं अपना camera off कर लूँगा, it will be fine ना?
Yeah.
No
Well,
worries.
Thank you so much. Office से अभी attend कर रहा हूँ. I can't miss the first basically session पे. यही थोड़ा सा issue है.
no worries.
Uruj, do you have any questions?
Yes. So one question that I had was this community that we are talking about. Is this primarily just going to be like this WhatsApp group, or like is the mode going to be something else in the future?
To be honest, we are thinking about this cohort. In
Yeah, that
specific,
makes more
how
sense.
can
Yeah.
we bring more value out of this cohort?
Yeah.
If you think from vision perspective, we want ki people who are part of this cohort, they will only be the basically people who would be driving next cohorts. अभी वो कैसे होगा क्या होगा that we have not figured out yet. Complete focus is majorly उनकी ये cohort को कैसे value increase करें.
Got it.
And mainly through WhatsApp we will communicate.
Yeah,
Right.
at least for this cohort.
Yeah.
Next cohort का let's see.
You guys will decide what will happen.
Yes.
But
अगर WhatsApp क्या पता इतने ज्यादा लोग आ जाए कि WhatsApp limit is not.
cool. Maybe I can share the 1 year plan. I have already shared it in the group, but still I wanted to cover it again so that it's clear for everyone. And we made this plan based on like our own experiences. So me, Atharva, Pratyush, all of us have like initially started as a software engineer, then moved toward product management and got job into product management. Like we did bachelor's in computer science and then moved toward product management, right? We also had a conversation with a lot of mentors and all, like, and try to understand like what really works. We have also guided a lot of candidates previously, and we know like what actually works in changing the mindset and what doesn't work. And based on that, we identified mainly 3 things. The first one is building 0 to 1 product. That is very critical right now. A lot of product enthusiasts don't focus on that. They mainly focus on learning the theories, but unless you don't really build a product, you will not understand what it takes to what it takes to have a execution mindset and also have a like really strong product sense. For that, like you have to build product and launch it in the market and try to grow it. It's fine, like even if that product doesn't succeed in future, it's okay to kill that thing. But building going through 0 to 1 journey is very essential. The second one is around case studies. So case study was very effective for all of us in our PDM batch as well, like in our master's time as well. Like there were a lot of case study, and if you go through the case study, you will also understand like how to do presentation, how to go deep into the problem statement, come up with innovative solution, and then pitch it. So those things you will learn. The third one is topic deep dive. We know that a lot of you are very early in the career, and you might not know the fundamentals of product management or problem solving. For that, like we will give you a lot of pre-read, and then the mentors will explain you how to apply those things, how they have applied themselves in the real life in the companies, and then based on the mentor, like some mentors will choose to give assignment, some may not choose to give assignment. I'll go through each of these in detail right now. So starting with the 0 to 1 product, you are going to build 2 product and launch it in the market, and that will really make your profile strong. How many people you know who have worked on 0 to 1 product? Very less you will find, right? So this will make your profile really strong. And during this time also, like we plan to connect every 15 days, and we will brainstorm on the ideas. We will think about like how you can actually build the MVP really fast, how you can follow the fail fast approach where you keep changing the solution but the problem statement stays the same, and how can you validate the idea, how you can come up with the product market fit. All of those things you will go through real life. Will it be a group product launch or a single person? That we still need to decide, but we'll let you know like what we have finalized here. The second one is company case study. So here we plan. Right now, I am again saying plan. We are in talk with like multiple startup, and like the idea is like the startup will give their problem statement, and you will have 2 months to solve that thing, and it will be a group case study, so that you also understand like how you can work with different peoples, right? We will form group of 2 to 3 people, and in that group, one person might not work, another will work. So you need to influence the other person as well so that they work, right? So influence without authority part you will learn here. So basically the company will give the problem statement. You will need to do the primary and secondary research. Sorry, what's
Parvins, can you zoom in?
Yeah. Is it better now?
Yes.
Cool. So here the company will give problem statement, what they are facing in their company. You will do the primary research by doing the surveys, interviews, all of those things. You will do the secondary research by looking at the market reports, all of those things. Then you will come up with the how might be statement. You will come up with innovative solutions and all. And it will also depend on the type of case study. Some of the case study would be around product sense. Some of those would be around product strategy. Some would be around product marketing. Some would be like completely mixed, maybe from the operational side. So that you will get, and you will work on that, and we will try that whichever company startup we partner with, they also keep mentoring you. That we will try to do, but again, like not a promise. Like we'll see like how it goes, right? Now around topic deep dive, we will start with the product sense. First diamond is the main goal for first month as well. Like if you see that, like it's common for everyone right now, and after that we're going to filter out people also, where like Athar will talk more about that. So in product sense part 1, you're going to deep dive into the design thinking first time, and where we are not going to talk about solutions at all. We are only going to talk about problems, because that is like really required. Like right now we have our mindset to directly jump to the solution. Whenever we see problem, we try to find, okay, iska to ye solution hi ho sakta hai, we can this is the solution for that problem. Like, but how you can pause that moment and think like, what is the exact problem here, and try to go really deep into that and try to define that problem statement, that you will try to do. So end goal of product sense part 1 would be a how might be a statement, and based on that also we're going to judge you, like so we're going to remove few people from the group whose submission are not good even after we putting effort. So only those whose submissions are good, who have kept a serious effort, will move towards the move forward from the fab. In fab we will go through the solution space, the double diamond, second diamond approach will go deep. The third one is in March we'll go through prototyping. So you will use a lot of no code low code tool. You will try to build basic MVPs here. Yeah, someone have raised their hand.
Sorry, you used the word double diamond. What do you mean by that, if you're okay?
Yeah, so it's a design thinking principle. It's a framework in design thinking. You will learn more about it in our Sunday session, which Srivasni will be taking. One of the mentor will take. We are also going to share a few pre-read by which you will be able to understand. So basically, the idea of that framework is like how you can really go deep into the problem and come up with innovative solution and keep iterating that thing. So basic framework.
Okay, thanks.
The third one is product strategy. Here also, like, you will learn about the GTM strategy and all. Fourth one is around marketing. You will learn how you can sell anything, like that is the basic idea. And here we have person from GrowthX. You know GrowthX, right? So they will be teaching basic, guiding you all on marketing side. Then it will be about cross-functional collaboration and understanding the culture of top 20 companies. Why this is important is because if you see every company, right, they have their own culture, and their interviews are also largely dependent on that. For example, if you see Google, they focus a lot on moonshot ideas and all. If you are giving interview for Meta, they focus a lot on analytical skill. If you talk about Microsoft, they focus a lot on the operation side and all. If you talk about Amazon, they focus a lot on customer obsession. So every company have their own culture, and you need to really understand that culture. And that really helps in cracking the interviews. I must say, a lot of time when I was giving interview, I just try to understood their culture and try to show that culture during the interview. And even though if the interview was of 1 hour, they just we completed the interview within 20-30 minutes. A lot of time it happened. So it's really, really important, which people miss. So we'll cover that thing also, and then we will focus on interview preparation. Some of the topic, you guys will do the mock interviews and all, and in between, if you are facing any issue, we will help you. We will try to guide you on that. Cool. So this is overall plan. We plan if you see the whole structure, by the end of June, your profile would be really strong, and you will. I'm hoping that your profile will start getting shortlisted in a lot of companies. Then you can focus on cracking the job also. But cracking the jobs should not be the goal of joining this program again. This is not a placement program. This is mindset shift program, and for that, these two things, product and case studies, are the most important thing, right? So really focus on that. Any doubt on any of these things? Yeah.
So the build and launch product 1 and 2, we're launching an actual product, or is this a hypothetical assignment?
No, this will be an actual product, usable product, which you're gonna launch, and you will also try to bring some customers in that product.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 months, 5 months is very less time. So that is why, we have also asked 20-hour effort, right? So your majority of the time, your 70% of the time is going to go into building and launching the product. And that will be like mostly from your side. We are just gonna, like, whenever you are stuck, we are just gonna guide you in between. One good thing is, like, we also have investors in our mentor pool. One of the person is investor, so of course, like, you can get, like, we are trying our best to build that environment, right? It's just up to you to build, use that opportunity.
Okay, thank you.
One more thing before I go to the next question, like, I have seen all of your profile. Some of you are like good in design aspect. Some of you have had their own startup. Some of you have done some study related to these topics. But the main idea of this community is to help each other, right? So if you are good in something, try to help other people. Arrange you yourself arrange one few session if you are good in that, and try to help your other members so that they also help you when it's needed, right? Some of you are like, let's say, like completely non-technical background, and some of people are like really technical, so they will help you in building the product, right? So utilize best. Okay. Yeah, next question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that you guys would be taking some sort of assessment, like you would be assessing people. So like, is it based on the type, so what is it based on? Is it based on the way which we present ourselves or the quality of the content that we're delivering? Like, if you could share light on that.
We're gonna judge you based on your effort, the
Okay,
kind
okay.
of research you're gonna put. So for example, in first month only, we will ask you to do a lot of primary research. So you have to take interviews of people. Did you took it like, or did you cook the data? So we can easily
Okay.
identify that thing.
Yeah,
Because we ourselves have gone through that journey.
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So and it's gonna take effort, like going out, talking with people, right? It's not easy.
No, no.
And not everyone will do also that we know. So we're gonna judge you based on that.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Next question.
So from like build and launch product, so expectation is we should have full-fledged working product, right? And for company case study, is it that we just have to give PRD and their team will develop that?
Yeah, for the first one, it's a full-fledged product, but you can use like no-code, low-code tool. Like, you don't need to be like really technical. You just need to build a very basic MVP.
So MVP and prototype kind of things.
Yes, prototype kind of thing. For the company case study, yes, you might have to build some slide or document, not necessary PRD, and it's up to company to implement that thing.
Great, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead with my question. So from what I understand, our main goal is to grow and have this mindset shift and like a placement and profile improvement. While it's not the goal, it would be like a byproduct of this main goal, which is mindset shift. So could you also maybe tell us like what could be some other byproducts that we can achieve through this goal? Since our main focus is not just on like profile improvement and placement, what could be some other things where this would benefit us?
You can have your own startup, right? You will be the next founder and might have raised a lot of money by the end of the year. We never know. And you're going to fund us next year. So what kind of goal, what kind of end outcome you want to have? Can you tell us?
I mean, mainly I was just very curious about what exactly goes behind the, like, what is the day-to-day of a product manager? What is the thought process behind the decisions they make? So that I actually know what a product manager does, so that I can evaluate if I'm actually interested in it. That was like one goal which I had.
Yeah, that definitely you will go through, right? Most of the product manager in their real job, they build 0 to 1 product or 0 to 1 features, right? So you are actually doing that thing. You are doing solving company problem which they are actually facing. Here, mentors are actually telling you how they are applying different concept, and most of the mentors are at director level, have more than 15 years of experiences and all. So they will be able to tell you like the real practical things of a product manager, like day-to-day things.
Cool. Sounds good.
One more thing which a warning I want to give here is like, again, like this is not a course, right? This is a mentorship program. None of us are teachers, right? Like we are working as a PM in some of the companies. Even the mentors are not teachers. They're not taking sessions in other they're not taking courses and all, right? They are doing the actual work. So don't expect like too much theoretical study kind of thing, like which you have gone through the college time, or if I know a lot of you have also had taken some of the courses in the market. Don't expect those kind of thing where you are going through the slide, you are learning each of the framework, and then you are making one PPT and then posting on LinkedIn. Like those things will not happen. So it will be a lot of unstructured thing you will see here. Not don't if you are expecting a lot of structured thing, that is not going to happen here. A lot in between also, like we might also choose to change the plan like based on our learning. This is the first time we are running it, right? And if we see like a lot of time is taking in building one product, we may choose to extend the time here also. Like we may choose to like reduce time or increase it. Sometimes we might not even get a real company as a partnership, then we might throw a theoretical problem. So you will see a lot of problem for sure. It's the first batch. Expect that thing. A lot of unstructured thing will happen. Maybe there will be weekend where you will not have any sessions at all, and there you need to arrange the session, right? So that is why I'm saying it's an environment which we are giving you right now, and like we will also need a lot of support from you guys. We are not doing it like full time. Running this program is not our full time job. Like we have our own job. It's just like part time. We are trying to create an environment. So like have like good set of mindset before you continue with this program. Yeah. Any other question? Or now Athar can go through the first month deep dive.
Yeah. So I think before going there, two things I would like to add on this. I think Koruj mentioned what is the outcome which you might expect, which is net aa raha hai na? Mera, I think.
We can hear you.
So I think one outcome which I think is most important, based on at least I work in startup. So one thing which anyone can get out of this program is handling ambiguity. In most of the cases, we would be giving you high level direction. You need to figure out.
Yeah.
And that is something every company mein hota hai. At least startups, I don't know big companies, but any funded startup will have lots of ambiguity. You need to figure out a solution. Even if
Even
you
big
have a
companies
bad
have a lot of ambiguity. Like in my no 2 days are same here in Google.
Yeah.
Every day we face completely different challenge and completely different way I need to handle. Like in my life in GPay and map was completely different. Like the things which I learned in GPay was not applicable here. What was applicable was like dealing with ambiguity.
Yeah. So I think that should be, at least for me, अगर मैं ये program देखता हूँ, one thing which stands out is how you can deal with ambiguity. वो आपका थोड़ा better हो जाएगा. And second thing would be, I think, ability to learn and not dependent on anyone else. Because again, most of the times, at least I face this problem कि I won't ask anyone if I'm facing any problem. यहाँ पे we want to change that culture कि मतलब if you have any problems, do post it in the group. Everyone would be having that problem. And since people are from different verticals, they would help. We want this to be a community-driven program, जिससे ये mindset हो जाएगा, so that you know how to ask right questions and how to get answers or how to get things done. I will give you a small example of the same thing. Am I audible?
Yes.
Cool. So I think one example of this would be Sunday ko we have a session on design thinking. One of the pre-read is 347 page ka book on design thinking playbook. Obviously, it is not possible to cover. But how you manage, how you deal with ambiguity, how would you जुगाड़ करके जो चाहिए वो करोगे, that is something up to you. And उसके साथ साथ थोड़े और भी pre-reads है. So that is something what I meant by dealing with ambiguity. Most of the times there would be timelines जो achieve नहीं हो सकती. So how to identify what is something you need to do and work on that, or maybe take help of others and work on that. So this is one example of handling ambiguity. So this is something you might expect. So, and second thing is, I think Praveen's ने कुछ words बोले होंगे कि design thinking, how might we, and all those things. I think don't worry about that. अगर आपने pre-read अच्छे से पढ़ा, you might cover all the things कहीं ना कहीं पे. Yeah, I will go to 1 month का plan. I don't have any presentation to present. I will just walk you week by week what we are planning. So first I will give you high level idea. I think Praveen ने आपको बोला है कि first month is going to be about only problems. But we have divided complete problems into 4 parts. I think Namya has a question.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like, did you already send the pre-read?
नहीं अभी हम भेजने वाले हैं
हाँ,
post
ठीक है।
this session. So we just want to see how people also prepare and come for the session जब इतना heavy reads होगा. Because many questions like if you go through those books, how might we design thinking, double diamond, all these things would be clear. But time nahi hai aapke paas. So we also want to see how would you deal with these things. And there could be no right answer for this.
And I know most of you are doing jobs somewhere. So
I guess.
सफाई के बाद करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ. But you have good set of peers, you have AI, you have all the things. You figure out how to do. So yes. So as I mentioned, first month is always going to be about problems. We won't be talking anything about solutions. So how we have structured the complete 4 weeks is, first week is going to be about overview ki overall process kaise work hota hai ye. Like for example, if I divide the complete double diamond का first, जो प्रवीण बोल रहे डबल डायमंड का फर्स्ट डायमंड है, टोटल प्रॉब्लम आइडेंटिफिकेशन में भी 4 हाई लेवल स्टेप्स होते हैं. मैं थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई करके बोल रहा हूँ. First is if you are working in a company, you will get context from maybe SPM or founders or someone else. So how to comprehend the context becomes one part. Ki how to analyze and comprehend the context. Then second is how you do the research. Maybe ki research kaise karoge. Then research आने के बाद how to find what insight is important, what is not important. And then finally how to come up with an actionable problem statement. कि ये actionable problem है. क्योंकि in most of the cases जो problem हम लोग को दिखता है वो problem होता नहीं है. So there could be multiple stages which might be required so that you come up with a problem जो मुझे पता है कि सही problem है. So first week would be completely focusing on overview कि मतलब अगर मुझे कभी भी problem identify करना है तो मुझे ये सब चीजें करके how can I be more confident कि जो मैंने problem identify किया it is good and it is impactful. So it would be overview. Pre-read जो हम देंगे 347 pages का, it would be based on that. Then we would be having senior UX researcher who would be taking a real case on how she used the framework to solve this. And maybe we can also present our few use cases. Maybe Praveen can share one of his projects. I can share one of my project on how we use the same principles to come up with the right problem. So that is going to be the first week. And expectations from first week is कि आपका थोड़ा mindset shift हो जाए कि okay problems को देखने को ये सब चीजें भी होती है. Then in this process the main I would say mistake जो हम लोग को लगा based on our experiences, research is the main problem कि most of the people struggle in research क्योंकि there is no right way to do the research. But अगर आपने गलत research से insight निकाला तो everything will collapse. So that is why second week we want to focus completely on research. कि मतलब what are the different ways you can do the research. Primary हो गया, secondary हो गया. In primary also there could be user interviews or other things as well. Group interviews हो सकता है. So we would be focusing pre-reads जो भी होंगे, it would be based on different kinds of interviews methods to come up with insights. And उसमें session would be around like it would be taken by a UX researcher at Google, and he would be majorly focusing on primary research. क्योंकि since you would be building 0 to 1 products जैसे प्रवीण बोला है, और on case study which we would be giving you, तो उसमें primary research से आपको सबसे ज्यादा insights मिलेगी. So that is why we want second week to be on कि primary research पे ज्यादा focus हो, but you also should be aware कि और methods कौन से हैं. And by the end of second week, we will also give you a problem statement, which you would be working on for next 15 days. So second week का outcome वही है कि जो आपने first week में किया था, उसमें जो भी कॉमन मिस्टेक्स होते हैं दैट आपको पता चलेगा कि दिस आर द कॉमन मिस्टेक्स एंड दिस इज समथिंग यू नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ. देन आई थिंक कुछ डाउट हो तो बता देना. आई विल देन कंटिन्यू विथ थर्ड वीक का प्लान. बट ओवरऑल आउटकम इज कि बाय द एंड ऑफ सेकेंड वीक आपको हाई लेवल आइडिया होगा कि हाउ टू अप्रोच अ प्रॉब्लम और हाउ टू कम अप विद द राइट प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट बाय डूइंग एवरीथिंग विच इज पॉसिबल जो प्री रीड्स में मेंशन्ड होगा.
And the second week, which is talking about research, is also like is a part of whatever we are covering in first week, which is identifying the problem statement. So this is doing the right research while identifying the statement, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But again, as Praveen's mentioned, everything is like, since it is first time for us, अगर हमें लगा कि first week में few things are not covered in the right way, maybe we might change as well. But this is what we are planning based on what we had interaction with mentors. But if we think कि in few places, few people are not getting idea or struggling, then we might change as well. But core change नहीं होगा. In first 2 weeks, you should have an idea about how to approach a research and come up with a right problem statement.
Got it.
Cool. Then third thing is
Yeah, I wanted to ask, since you'll be essentially also using that for assessing us, can we still ask you doubts we might have on the way?
of course. I think not only us, there is community of 70 people to ask questions. Because as Praveen's mentioned, we are not someone who are teaching anything. So it would be like, for example, it depends. अगर problem statement है वो quick com का होगा, which you are taking, then quick com में we have someone working in Swiggy as well. So more than us, they would be the right person to answer your question. So it's more like how you utilize the community which you have to get what you want. Because अगर आप हमें पूछोगे, we might not have idea about unit economics कैसे चलता है, but she would be having better idea. So it's about you have all the resources. किसको पूछना है, it is up to you. You can ask anyone. So again, yeah, this is not a learning program. That is why we said this. Cool. Then I think by the end of second week, you would be having a problem statement, which you will be working on for next 15 days. And it would be an individual problem statement. This is only case study, which should be a single case study. क्योंकि हमें evaluate करना है. अगर ग्रुप में किया तो we don't know कि किसने कितना contribute किया है. So that is the reason first case study has to be a individual case study. But again, if you think कि case study में किसका help लेना है, you can take it. But as you know कि PM does not have any authority, so आपको influence करना पड़ेगा उससे कि I want this help, how can I get it done? I think
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. When you said it is a 15 days of span, don't you think like doing user research, comparative analysis, empathy mapping, and affinity mapping, so things it will be a short duration of time? As a PM, you understand that it takes months of research to come into a conclusion.
I think that is where prioritization.
Yeah,
In most of the
that's
cases,
true.
companies will
Yeah,
be coming up with hypothetical deadlines. You need to meet it. So how to do it? I think some tips mentors can also give. But in the end, product management is about struggling with timelines and how to prioritize things, I think. So that you need to take care. I think most of the times, कभी-कभी problem ये भी होता है कि we get in infinite loop. But with the help of AI, feedback loop has also shortened. So कहाँ पे हमें रुकना चाहिए, कहाँ पे नहीं रुकना चाहिए, how to manage time, that is something you need to figure out. If you think 20 hours की जगह 40 hours देना है, that could be one solution कि ज़्यादा घंटे दे दो. If you think कि नहीं, अगर मुझे scope reduce करना है, तो you can reduce scope. There could be multiple things to solve the problem. But in the end, जो भी आप presentation बनाओगे, you should be convinced that you have figured out the right problem.
Thank you.
But I think what you mentioned वो हम third week में cover करने वाले हैं. So don't worry about it. I think no one has any questions. I will move to the yeah, Uruj.
Yeah, one more question. So the expectation from the first case study that we'll be doing after the first 2 weeks is to, from whatever information is provided, identify the problem, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I think pre-read देखने के बाद you might not say that's it. You would say बहुत है. That is the expectation. Cool. Then third week is more about how to do case studies in a time frame and giving you a different perspective on case studies. For example, you might have learned different frameworks by that time, or you might be having a certain set of mindset. So third session would be around case study deep dive, or maybe I wouldn't say deep dive, I would say overview of different case studies. So in this thing, what we would be doing is we would be walking you through 5 to 6 different case studies, and just to make you understand कि सब case studies different है. So you also get an idea, and उसमें हम लोग थोड़ा ये भी बता देंगे कि एक केस स्टडी हमने किया है जो 6 महीने का भी है, one case study is of 15 days as well. So what was the difference between them? So third week is more about understanding how to manage time, I would say, because we would be assuming एक week होने के बाद अगर कुछ progress नहीं होगा, in 7 days you need to figure out something. So this would give you a good idea on how to scope down the research. और अगर आपको लगा कि okay, maybe something needs to be changed, you can figure out and change it. But आपका perspective थोड़ा change होगा कि okay, if I'm going too slow, then मुझे थोड़ा speed up करना है, और if I'm coming directly to insights, then मुझे थोड़ा ज़्यादा मेहनत करना पड़ेगा to refine the statements since I have time. Because as a PMs in most of the cases you won't have time, but कभी-कभी 2-3 दिन मिल जाते हैं जहाँ पे you can spend time on the research. So that is the idea of third week, कि you get different perspective by walking through 5 to 7 different case studies of different domains, case studies of different domains, case studies with different timelines, case studies with अच्छा different kinds of user research. तो आपको पता भी चलेगा कि different user research कैसे apply किए थे in different case studies to come up with insights. So that would broaden your perspective. So that is the third week. And final fourth week is presentation. Obviously, it would be a video submission because 50 लोग का presentation सुनने के लिए we would require multiple days. Maybe हम कुछ ऐसे plan कर सकते हैं कि कुछ अच्छे presentations है, या हम सब presentation देख के learnings का session ले सकते हैं. But we have not decided on that. That completely depends on how many case study submissions we get, what is the quality of presentations, mentors को कैसे लगता है, a lot of things come into the play. That is why we have not planned the last week कि कैसे करना है. Should it be a video submission? Should it be a presentation? Yeah, I don't know. We have not planned this, but end goal is कि we need to filter based on that. So उसके हिसाब से you need to submit something. Yeah, Uruj.
So
I
for
think, sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah.
Presentation is the wrong word. It could be anything which conveys your idea well. It could be a document as well.
got it. And these so like the initial problem statement or like whatever the input is for the 2-week assignment, is it going to be the same for all the like 70 people, or are there going to be multiple ones which you can pick out of?
As Praveen's mentioned, we are in talks with companies as of now.
Okay, okay.
So when it comes to problem statement, we have still 15 days. So
Okay.
we will let you know about problem statement by the end of third week.
Yeah.
Or third week.
One thing here is like from Fab, we will have the real company problem statement. Here for the first month, we will have some hypothetical problem statement so that you can, because you should also have access of users to do the research and all, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have some hypothetical problem. We will try to form like 3 to 4 hypothetical problem, and we'll divide it between you guys, and then you all can work on that.
But any problem statement which will be there, we will ensure that you can talk to users directly. Or if you think you have a good problem statement to explore, we might be open to that as well. In fact, we would encourage that. क्योंकि आपको पता है आपको सबसे ज़्यादा access किसके पास है. If someone's father is working in a business, maybe he would have context of that business more. And that would help us get new insights for us as well कि ये business में ऐसे होता है. So a lot depends on that. But case study का problem statements या कैसे होगा, that will be finalized by third week. It might be our problem statement तो हम देंगे ही.
Yeah.
But if you think you have more access to do research, we would encourage that as well.
Yeah.
But again, if you have more access to research, you would expect more as well.
Yeah.
Makes
One
sense.
thing to add here is like, again, like this is about Jan. After Jan, we're gonna filter people. Honestly, we don't want 70 people. We
Yeah.
want less people, right? So try you because we know that what is coming up from Fab. That is the like right now in Jan you'll just see like 5% of the
5% of what we are expecting.
from Fab. The real thing will start like when you will start building your own product, launching it in the market. You will see the real users coming on your product. You will work on real company problem statement. Mentors main mentors will also start interacting from Fab. Here like we will have just 2 mentor, right? There the main mentors will start interacting. In that time, we don't want a lot of people. We want less people. And for that, you need to work really hard in Jan.
And you want less people because of like logistics and stuff?
Not we just want to focus on quality, like, and people who are ready to put effort. If we are putting ourselves like 40 hours a week, like at least you guys should put 20 hours per week, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just correct me if I'm wrong. तो आप कह रहे हो कि it is also possible जो first month होगा जिसमें situation hypothetical होगी, तो उसमें we can also give our problem जो मतलब business related है कि हम इस पे भी काम कर सकते हैं, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
But for that, you need to create a document like what exact problem statement you want to discover, and that should be like be true to yourself, that it should not be a problem statement which you have already researched about in past. We see actually photos and all, like have you, like when you are taking interview, did you also took photos of that time?
Yeah.
It should not be AI generated, right? So it should be real people talking with real people to find the insight. So and one more thing, like me, Athar, Pratyush, we all were student at point of time. We know what all people does it, right? So simple thing I'll tell you, like creating a drive link and giving that drive link instead of giving the video link, and later on uploading the videos and all. So we know everything, right? So understand that we will be able to catch it. Just and it's about like you changing your mindset, right? So just focus on that, like be true to yourself. But whenever you are facing any problem, we are there for you.
Yeah, and it could be anything. मतलब हमने यूजर रिसर्च करके एक सब्जेक्ट किया है फॉर 6 months एंड हमने कुकअप किया था उसमें, सो वी नो हमने कैसे कुकअप किया था डेटा.
Yeah.
But then when we went into company, then we realized it does not make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I think insights देख के समझ में आ जाता है कि कितने डीप में आप गए हो.
2 मिनट नहीं लगता है भाई, हमारा प्रोफेसर 2 मिनट में पकड़ लेते थे कि it's cooked. And now we can also do that thing very easy. Even our researcher does it, and we can identify that thing. So
मतलब startups में researchers नहीं होते, but yeah, in big companies.
चलो. One thing is I have a cab right now, so I need to leave. But if you guys have more doubt, I'll be connected through phone and we'll try to answer, but we'll have like not a stable internet. It was nice meeting you, everyone. Do your best, like at least like put a lot of effort, try to help each other, and like if things goes wrong in this program also from our side also, like try to support us. It's our first time, like, right? And our whole intention is like at the end of program there should be people whose mindset would have changed and they create impact in the market, right? India typically was a service oriented company, right? And we really need good product from India to have some meaningful impact from India. This program itself is focused on India. We got a lot of applications from outside India and we discarded them completely. We want to focus on India and we want good product from India. And for that, this is just a very small initiative from our side. Cool. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Cool.
I'll join. Bye.
So I will just set few expectations which we wanted to set, I think, in this session. I think high level Praveen ने जो बोला वो तो है कि we are expecting intent with you guys, कि मतलब intent to put in efforts. We won't be judging you based on the quality of submissions, but efforts put in for first month. And overall program में it has to be a product level पे कुछ होना चाहिए. But 3 things which I wanted to just give you heads up on this. In most of the cases, we observe that people do not interact. And if you don't ask questions, mostly you won't get answers. I would say mentors are coming, they would be sharing experience. But in most of the cases, mentors would be sharing surface level experience. And agar unko laga ki people are interesting or they are asking more questions, then they only would be willing कि okay ज़्यादा time spend करते हैं and you will get more information. So in this program, most of the things would which you would learn, which would वो आएगा by asking good questions. It could be in community or it could be with asking the right mentors as well. So I would say have that habit कि interrupt करके किया तो भी चलेगा, silly लगे तो भी चलेगा, but ask questions. That is only when you would learn. Because I think in this code there could be there are few people who knows design thinking who are from design background. तो उनको तो बहुत concepts पता होंगे, but many people are not from design background as well or PM background. So they might not be knowing things. So it is better कि rather than just putting it to yourself, ask in the community, ask to mentors. No one is going to judge you. That is the first thing. And second thing which I wanted to emphasize more on was कि most of the cohort, maybe first month हो या बाद में, I would say 90% of time you will feel lost. Because maybe pre-reads heavy होंगे और case studies is ambiguous और जो mentor बोलते हैं आधा आपको समझ में ही नहीं आएगा, maybe because it is not relatable. How to deal with this you need to learn. If there could be multiple ways, you can take help, you can ask questions, you can ask AI. You need to figure out your own style and ensure that things is getting done. So these are the two things which you would expect by the end of 1 month. And that is going to be the judging criteria. कि आप कितना easily ambiguous situation से deal किया है, आपने timelines कैसे meet किया है, and what is the outcome. Combination से we would take weightage and maybe हम लोग filter करेंगे. And one heads up is कि one of the mentors who is on board, उन्होंने खुद भी बोला है कि people have to be interactive. That is what gives them the motivation. So maybe mentors might have committed 2 to 5 hours to us, but अगर उनको आपका motivation देखा, so they would be giving more time as well. Or we can convince them to give more time because we are seeing quality. So that is something I would really say कि whenever mentors are there or even if mentors are not there, अगर वो depth दिखा, like if you look at online case studies, depth नहीं दिखता और online product नहीं build होता. If we see that depth, that gives us leverage to startups or mentors. So first month का performance is going to determine कि कौन से company का problem आएगा. Is it a company like small startup या company like Zepto? Because अगर हमें Zepto के पास जाना है तो we need to be confident कि okay 1 month में ये deliver हुआ है, आपका problem statement भी आ जाएगा. So a lot depends on you कि what kind of problem statements we can get. Because हम लोग भी किसी company को pitch करते हैं, it would be based on what has happened previously. And that is when we get collaborations. So a lot depends on you guys on how the complete things will pan out. Be it problem solving, yeah, be it case studies, having mentors, having problem statement, everything is dependent on 1 month. Well, I think this was the high level thing which we wanted to cover. Yes, अगर किसी को कुछ questions है या anything to say, I think मुझे कुछ hard stop नहीं है. We can stay till 11, but अगर नहीं है तो we can drop off.
I have one question. So obviously, you just mentioned like what are kind of high level 3 pieces that come into the final assessment through which you'll do filtering. So obviously the outcome is one of them, which you will judge based on the submission. But how would you track like the other two, which is like dealing with ambiguity and timelines? Is that also something we should will be detailing in the submission, or will it just be like you'll be
I think
analyzing?
it would be intuition.
Okay.
We have gone through everyone's video, तो हमें पता है कि who is starting from where. So उसका progress देख के समझ में आ ही जाता है और how you are asking questions maybe. Are you asking questions or not? कितने active हो? I think it's more like an interview kind of a scenario. Na? Interview में people don't judge you on skills more. Like when we take interview, at least when I take R2 or R3 interviews, it's mainly about can I work with them? Or he's really sincere so that we can work together and build something great. And वो आता है on combination of things कि आपका मतलब unknowingly bias आ जाता है. I'm not saying कि bias नहीं होगा, but वो bias आता है since we don't know any one of us यहाँ पे. So bias आएगा based on आप कितने questions पूछते हो, आप कितने active हो community में. Because indirectly वो bias आ जाता है कि okay ये ज़्यादा पूछता है तो ये होता है. I'm not saying random कुछ भी गंदे question पूछो. That gives negative impression. But अगर questions पूछे भी नहीं, but फिर भी quality is good. That also is fine. But वो genuineness समझ में आ जाता है. Yeah, Jayesh.
So basically you just want to check कि intention क्या, like question पूछने टाइम clarity of thought कितनी है, कितना pre-read करके है सामने वाला, and even
Sometimes
though
आप questions पूछोगे भी नहीं. For example, if you are taking your problem statement, why would you ask us questions? I think वो आपके फाइनल प्रेजेंटेशन से सब समझ में आ जाना चाहिए ताकि इस पे बात ही ना आए.
okay.
दैट इज द बेस्ट थिंग आई कुड पुट इन. अगर आपने रिसर्च किया है, रिसर्च के फोटोज डालो तो हमें पता है कि बहुत एफर्ट मारा है इसने, वहां पे जाके फोटोज खींचे है उसने. या अगर आप इनसाइट्स ढूंढ रहे हो, आई थिंक समवन मेंशन्ड अबाउट अफिनिटी मैप, यूजर जर्नी एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, तो वो सब किया तो हमें पता है कि यार ये यूजर जर्नी देख के समझ में आता है कि ये ऊपर ऊपर से बनाया कितने डेप्थ में गया है. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी yesterday पुट वन वीडियो ऑन ब्लू कॉलर, जहाँ पे हमने ऑन आवर यूट्यूब चैनल, तो वहाँ पे हमने डिकोड किया है पूरा ब्लू कॉलर इकोसिस्टम कि कैसे वर्क होता है. तो एक बार वो जर्नी देखना, तो उतना डेप्थ में होता है तो हमें समझता है कि इसको पूरे डोमेन का अंडरस्टैंडिंग है. मे बी विल पुट द लिंक इन ग्रुप एज वेल इफ यू वांट, बट यूट्यूब चैनल पे जाके देख सकते हो. दैट वाज द फर्स्ट वीडियो, बट हमें वैसे काइंड ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि इतना डिटेल में आप जाओगे. इन मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस आप यूजर जर्नी देखते हो, इट्स लाइक कि सेंस नहीं बनता फिर भी आपने कुछ जर्नी बनाया है. सो वो समझ में आता है वंस यू लुक एट द प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट एंड जर्नी कि पर्सोनास एंड जर्नी मैच होती है नहीं. Again, I think many people might not relate. So you need to go through the pre-reads so that you understand what I'm talking about.
Like couple of months to go past, you understand product design, product sense, like product GTMs and everything. Then you can go with peer-to-peer mock interviews. That could give a start to understand how the interview process goes. That's what happened with me when I was giving APM role for Google a couple of months back. That's what the senior PMs suggested as well.
My only concern here is if you put your time की placement के लिए करना, you won't focus on the exhaustive thing which we are building.
Yeah, that's true.
So first, have context, learn from mentors, take the things, then maybe it would be beneficial. Obviously, if you want to prepare, it is fine, but it should not compromise the quality and it won't be part of IdeaXchange program कि starting में placement होगा.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other question? किसी को है?
Raghav is back.
Oh, finally. I think
No,
we
I
just
was there only. I was briefly actually I was working in two of the project. Kritika, I wanted to add on this. Ki do not think about the outcome. To be very honest, I was in the same situation. I also wanted to be in a product. To be very honest, मेरी first video भी I told अतर की उन्हीं की थी जब वो मोक्ष के साथ he was doing a podcast. उसी के बाद से I get to know about. Even if you are building something ना, अगर वो fail भी होता है, you will get an idea how to sell yourself. And once you are able to sell yourself, you will make it. This is my experience. This is my belief. मैं still I am, and believe me, you will love the process. मुझे जो लगता है, building is something which eventually is going to help you. यही चीज है. Even Ankit also said the same thing. कि if you wanted to break into product, कुछ भी बनाओ, fail भी होता है, eventually it will somewhere going to work for you.
yes.
Okay, thanks.
I would do some plugin यहाँ पे. There is one YouTube video with Manoj. If you watch that video, you can get context of it. There is a reason we have added culture of top 20 companies in our module. Because if you go in the wrong PM job, you might hate it. And you might not come to product management again. So if you know what you are good at, are you more of a research kind of a person? Are you more analytical person? You can find right companies. So I think Pravin's also sat in 1-2 companies. I just sat in one company. Even Pratyush sat in, I think Pratyush also sat in one company only. So it's more about identifying what you are good at and then sitting in companies. Or at least knowing कि confidence है यहाँ पे crack कर लोगे आप. So I would agree on what Raghav said. कि don't focus on all these things as of now. Unless job नहीं है. Or
Let's see the large perspective. Let's have a focus on large perspective कि कितना domain के knowledge में we can get into it. कितना deep हम जा सकते हैं.
Divya, I think you have a question.
Yeah. So regarding the case studies, before even case studies, like we will be getting problem statements, right? So if suppose we have to do contextual inquiry, right? Doing interviews, giving lectures. So how about like if we have 80 people in a group, probably few people might live in same city. So we can have a cluster of people doing one project.
two things. You can take help of different people, but project would be on your name. Assume that you are a PM, you need to get work done by researchers, but you don't report to them, or they don't report to you. So you need to convince them to do this. So it is fine to take help of others, but project would be on your name because we need to understand what is your thought process. And I'm pretty sure people in community would be willing to help, but project will be individual.
Yeah, because it's very hard to do interviews and click pictures together. Matlab, at least two people are supposed to do like these kind of project together.
I think that you need to figure out
Yeah.
how to do it.
Cool.
I don't think it is one person project. It is one person जिसका नाम आ रहा है. You have 80 people to take help of.
Cool. Yeah.
Do the project.
Generally, what we used to do is like once the interview was done, at the end we used to take selfies, so that you can do. But there should be some proof that you actually did on-ground research and not haven't cooked the data.
Yeah. Also, like in the previous like user research, what I did was I used to take audio recordings while doing the conversation. I used to record itself, asking their permission so that I can use data as a proof.
है इसमें थोड़ा ethics का ध्यान रखना बस based on what problem statement you are working up.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely you can record that thing. When you are submitting to us, you can crop some part, like sensitive part, you can just crop.
No, मतलब we won't have a problem, but just take proper approval before recording.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions? Does anyone has? Or if you think anything needs to be changed in this structure, open to that as well. Because as Pravin's mentioned, it is new for us as well. बस ये मत बोलना कि lenient करना या workload कम करना. That won't be there. If any new things which can be added, or do you think anything else could fit in? Always open for criticism, constructive criticism as well. So would like to know that feedback. Anyways, group is there. You can put it there as well. But I would say one thing which I want from tomorrow, which I would expect post this session is, कल से group questions से भरा होगा. People are only answering questions and people are only sharing articles. Maybe हम लोग जो pre-read लेंगे ज़्यादा बड़ा है. You might summarize using GPT. कहीं से links दे दोगे. Share it in the group. We want to see people helping other people so that everyone gets knowledge. And if anyone has any questions, they can ask it and people can answer. So it should be led by community because we have gone through the videos, we have selected people, so we are confident people will contribute. So that is something I would expect from tomorrow. Yeah, Sudeep, I think you have a question.
So just one suggestion, like if we do all this discussion on the group, it would be little like hectic to see. So can we have a Discord community at least? So we will have WhatsApp, but like for example, there we can create some servers. So discussions will be more like cluttered based and announcements. So that kind of structure can we have on Discord?
Anyways, यहाँ पे announcement तो नहीं होने वाला है. We know the structure. जो भी हमारे session का details है हम लोग ऊपर डाल देंगे, description में. So announcement you won't miss, that is for sure. Discord, I am not sure how many people are active. I think someone asked the question, we can move to Slack as well. I would say a statement for you guys to ideate on why we chose WhatsApp and not Slack and Discord.
Yes, Slack would be also one of the options, as people are more familiar with Slack, and it also has similar structure as Sudeep mentioned, which is there in Discord.
I would say take your time, think from different perspectives, and try to come up. I think that could be one of the open-ended discussion thing for you guys. Why did we start with WhatsApp and not other things?
Yeah, sure.
From our lens as well.
Yeah. So if we want, so we can have some like community managers from our group also, so they can manage all that, either Slack or Discord if we go by that.
Come up with a good proposal we will consider. Think like a product manager. If you think there you can increase activity, find a way to convince us.
Yeah, sure. We'll get back to the community.
Cool. See, I am seeing negative feedback in chats. You need to do user research. I think open to it. We are open to everything. Only thing is convince us. Open to always all the things if it is making sense and if it is helping with engagement and what we want to achieve. Just give us some sort of proof that it will work.
Oh, my question is that, like, I got the gist of the launchpad actually. So it's like most of us will be doing a problem framing, building the product from scratch, and then going to sell it on board, right? But in real life scenarios, right, or PMs, there's going to be a lot of PM interactions with, like developer team, marketing team, and other teams as well. So how are we going to learn that as well? Like, how do we speak with the developers or technical team, or how are we going to speak with the sales team so that we could because as for my knowledge, I think PM is like getting the work out of the teams, right? So that was my, like a question.
I will ask you questions here. If you are talking with tech person, what will you ask? Or how would you coordinate? If you are going to coordinate with tech person, as you mentioned, what all things you would want to know for talking with them?
Before that, I think I would do some little preparations about what is the product, or what is the backend or architecture system. So kind of little bit like that.
Apart from that?
I couldn't think of any as of now.
So I think when you are interacting with developers or anyone else, you would require basic knowledge of systems, edge cases, feature definition, scoping of the features, everything. If you are building an MVP, you have built something, so you know how everything works on work on creating a 0 to 1 product. You would know all these things. And I think stakeholder management is something हर company में अलग होगा. So focusing on first principles is better than variables. Because if you have built a product, you know technical architecture, you know design sense has up में, you know problem solving is there. So if these basic things are there, stakeholder management can be taken care of because you know how to interact. Because आपने खुद काम किया तो आपको पता होगा. I think no more questions, right? Yeah, Samantha.
यस जब हम लोग को 0 to 1 वो प्रोडक्ट बिल्ड कर रहे हैं तब हम लोग को खुद से मतलब प्रोडक्ट थिंक करना होगा, मतलब हम क्या बनाएंगे, मतलब किस डोमेन में बनाएंगे और क्या हम वेब 3 और वेब 2 चूज करेंगे, ये हमको खुद चूज करना पड़ेगा.
Mostly yes, but I think Pravins ने multiple times clarify भी किया है कि it might evolve. As of now, yes. Yeah, Devesh.
Good evening, and first of all, thank you so much for this initiative. I had a question. As I'm a student, I'm in my first semester of college. So I like we are studying design thinking here, and my
Which college are
experience
you
with
studying in?
MIT. And actually, I'm doing it from two colleges. Like I'm doing two courses simultaneously, so we have design thinking at both the colleges.
What are you
So
studying?
I'm doing BTech from MIT in computer science and BBA from IIM Bangalore.
Oh,
So, uh, like everybody is like I'll be very real. हर कोई बहुत ज़्यादा experienced है यहाँ पे, and this 1 month is super competitive. So even like as of जितना experience मुझे आया है, एक primary research में एक user survey design करने के लिए भी वो जो learning होती है उसमें भी एक महीना लग जाता है. And इस 1 महीने के time span में, because I don't have any idea about how real world problems are solved. हमने जो problem statement लिया था, that was on our choice. हमने बहुत like I took a very randomly. हमें सिखाया क्या था, it was shortlisted, but उस पे काम करना was pretty easy because हमारे जो students है, fellow students, they supported us basically. So वो जो learning part है कि how to deal with real world, basically real people, वो वाला मुझे है नहीं. And I think कि most probably the problem statements are going to be based for the real world, basically real users. So वो जो learning gap है, जो कि सबके पास है, मतलब लोगों ने अपने एक्सपीरियंस से ले रखी है, एंड आई डोंट हैव, सो हाउ शुड आई ओवरकम दैट इन दिस मंथ, और basically how can I succeed? That's it. Like that's I want to know.
I would say you have 70 people in community.
Yes.
You can always ask in the group. There are ways to, I think this is my perspective. I think there is always some way to get things done. And the second thing is we won't be judging only on quality. We would be judging on efforts as well. So अगर हमने पता है कि फॉर एग्जांपल सर्वे डिजाइन में मल्टीपल चीजें आती है कि डबल बैरल्ड क्वेश्चंस नहीं होने चाहिए, ये नहीं होने चाहिए, मल्टीपल चीजें, वी वोंट एक्सपेक्ट यू टू नो एवरीथिंग, बट क्या आपने सर्वे डिजाइन रैंडमली किया है या एवरी क्वेश्चन का रीजनिंग दिया है कि ये क्वेश्चन डाला बिकॉज ये क्वेश्चन से ये इंसाइट मिलेगा मुझे, दैट इटसेल्फ सेज कि आपने एफर्ट डाला है. योर एफर्ट माइट बी इन रॉन्ग डायरेक्शन, दैट कैन बी चेंज्ड, बट वो एफर्ट से पता चलता है कि ओके यू क्रिएटेड अ सर्वे ऑफ 10 क्वेश्चंस, व्हाट वाज योर थॉट प्रोसेस बिहाइंड मेकिंग द सर्वे, और आई पुट दिस क्वेश्चन बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली एवरी सर्वे हैज अ ऑब्जेक्टिव बिहाइंड इट कि ये ऑब्जेक्टिव फुलफिल होना चाहिए. सो हाउ डिड यू मैप ऑब्जेक्टिव टू क्वेश्चंस, व्हाट वाज योर थॉट प्रोसेस, अगर ये आपने मेंशन किया सो ऑब्वियसली एफर्ट्स दिख रहा है, सो वी माइट नॉट जज ऑन करेक्टनेस, बट अगर ये एफर्ट ज्यादा है सो दैट माइट टेक प्रेसिडेंस एज वेल. सो यू नीड टू डिसाइड दैट कि एफर्ट्स हम जज करने वाले हैं. सो हाउ वुड यू लर्न, एंड गलत हुआ तो भी चलेगा बट एफर्ट शुड बी देयर.
Okay, thank you so much.
Cool. I think no more questions, right? I guess then we can close this if no one has any questions. If you have any feedback about this, feel free to mention in the group. If there is anything we can improve on, maybe delivery or preference in how the sessions should be delivered or anything, do let us know. We post this session only, I will share, so you guys can start working on it. Cool. But would like to know your feedback as well, because from feedback only we would learn कि आपको क्या अच्छा लग रहा है, क्या अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. Maybe content तो change नहीं कर सकते, but how we are delivering and all those things can be changed. So do let us know your feedback, and looking forward to see that in the group so that we can understand कि next session में क्या change करें. Cool. Thank you for joining and staying 30 minutes ज़्यादा today. I won't take much time. Enjoy your almost weekend.